What's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog. So let's get to it. I say I'm gonna take some time off, y'all.
All the cashiers, they was like, somebody stole her truck. It's like you could hear it all throughout the store.
This Rox coming to you today with a review for Love and Marriage Detroit, Love and Marriage Huntsville, our book 4, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, rock stars. Okay, it's obvious. I finally decided to. Well, actually, I was really just debuting the bald head at work, and I was still gonna wait to do my videos with my wigs until I was feeling more comfortable. But I just decided, fuck it. Okay, might as well reconcile all of these different places for one look. So now Instagram, YouTube, and work, which were the 3 main places, all have seen my bald head, and I'm used to it now. So it's all good, you guys. I still will be wearing my wigs just no time soon. We taking a good little break. How y'all like it? Don't y'all not too much on it. Okay, not too much. I know the edges. We still working on them, you guys. I'm still working on them, but they are growing in. I've been taking the Hers gummies, the minoxidil, is that what it's called? I've been taking those gummies for about a month now. And I was using Beyonce's, the hair drops that she has that actually work really well. Those sacred hair drops. But I ran out, and then I was mad because they were not on sale for Black Friday or Cyber Monday. Her whole website was on sale except for them damn Buzz drops. And I was pissed because I was like, you know everybody wants these drops. Why wouldn't you put them on sale? Anyway, child, you know you was wrong about that B and Tina, but I'm going to get past it. Anyway, I'm probably going to buy some more of those because that actually did work. But it's a slow work, you know. And the gummies, they say you have to take it for like 2 or 3 months before you start to see something. So I've been taking them, and those have been working out okay. They do give me a little bit of a headache. They said that is a common side effect that it'll go away with, you know, as my body gets used to it. So we trying to grow it in, y'all. And yeah, I actually went for the first time to a barber yesterday. Shout out to Omar out here in Decatur, where it's greater, you guys. He cut it for me yesterday, and it actually feels like it looks right now because I have just been cutting it myself and bleaching it myself, which I still will continue to do. But I needed somebody to professionally cut it, and he did it yesterday. And I was like, okay, I think I'm ready now. And then when I got to work, you guys, I didn't see nobody. I saw the security guard at the front desk for the building. And then I made it all the way up to the 4th floor, down the long hall, all the way through my office to my cubicle, and did not see anybody. Then the cleaning lady came a couple of hours later, and she was like, "It's so beautiful," you know, and I felt pretty good. But she tells me I look beautiful literally every single day. So on days that I know I don't look beautiful. So, but she's real sweet. And then that was it for like the whole time that I was at work this morning. And then I saw, when I was trying to get the notes, the internet in the office is tripping, and I was trying to print out my notes for the video, and it would not print. So I was standing at the printer, and then my supervisor was like, I was trying to figure out who was there standing at the printer. She was like, it looks great, I love it. And so, you know, that made me feel good. And that was it. And then when I walked out the building, there was a police officer that was walking into the building. She was like, girl, you know you look good in that blonde. And I really felt good. I felt good, you guys. I do feel like I look nice today. It's just that, you know, it's a whole thing. Like, you got to have the jewelry. You got to have the glasses, the makeup, the earrings. Everything got to be on. That's the only thing about, you know, you can't just have one of them days where you don't feel like putting your makeup and shit on when you got to be presentable, you know, because then you just look like a boy. Bitch, don't walk out the house without your earrings, child. We stopping at Walgreens or the beauty supply or something to get some earrings. But I had it all planned out last night. So, yeah, for those of you guys who care. But yeah, you guys, I feel pretty good about it. I feel pretty good about it today, you guys. So, yes, thank you guys for supporting me, because everybody has been like, girl, people have been telling me to do this for the longest. I've been bald underneath my wigs really for a long time. Like I did it back in August, right when me and Mr. went away for our anniversary, and when we got back, like literally 2 days after that, I cut all my hair off. And so I've been trying to deal with, you know, the nervousness of coming on camera, you know, with no hair. But it's okay, you guys. I'm feeling pretty good about it today. I got a part and everything, y'all. It's got little waves and little whatevers and whatnots on the back. It's a learning curve. I'm still trying to get used to it, but you guys, I am obsessed. I'm obsessed with it. Anyway, you guys, you guys didn't come here for that, did you? Okay, you guys, the bullshit. We got a lot of shit to talk about today, so I shouldn't even be taking up all this time, but I knew some people were maybe gonna want to know. So that's that on that, you guys. Let's get on to the gossip. All right, you guys, let's start off. Trying to figure out where I want to start. It's a lot of stuff. Some of the stuff might be a little older. Last week I didn't do top of the blogs because I was sick. It was Thanksgiving, and I am still sick, but you know, I can do it now. So let's start off with Kandi and Todd, you guys. This story is so sad. I don't even really want to report on it because it's just sad. It's really, really sad. Like, you know, usually people's divorces, I mean, you know, when it's a couple that I had admired or liked or whatever, you know, it does make me feel like some kind of way, very small, but you know, I'll be like, oh, that's too bad. But with Kandi and Todd, I don't know. I think it's because Kandi has been so open with her vulnerability and her feelings, you know, that it's really affected me. And I just feel so bad first of all, I feel bad for both of them. You know, I haven't really been out there in social media streets, so I know that there's been a lot of talk about what Todd has been doing, which I expect, you know, because Kandi is the loved one of this whole thing. But we still don't know 100% exactly what happened in their relationship. The blogs have been reporting that Todd was reaching out to other women and Kandi was blindsided that she didn't know anything about it. But I don't know. Have they confirmed that? Is that something that came from the horse's mouth? I don't know if that's what Kandi has said, but maybe the streets are talking and maybe that's what the word on the curb is. Shout out to Giselle. But I'm so sad because Kandi literally looks very, very sad. Like, she looks so hurt. And, you know, first of all, that's not something that we usually see from Kandi. Kandi is, you guys gonna be like, oh, here you go. But Kandi is a Taurus. She's an earth sign. And usually us earth signs, we are grounded. And a lot of times we do not like to show our vulnerabilities. You know, we don't like to put that out there for people to dissect, for people to turn it around, manipulate and things. So a lot of times we'll just cover ourselves and not say anything. So the fact that Kandi is really letting people in and knowing exactly how she feels, it's just been, that post that she posted yesterday, you guys saw the post that she posted. She took it back down, but it's still on the blog, so you could find it if you wanted to. But I tried to print it and so that I would read it to you guys, but like I just told you guys, the damn printer at work was tripping and I don't have internet here. So I'm looking on my computer. I got my notes on my computer. But, you know, she just basically posted and saying that, you know, she's used to being the strong friend. You know, that is usually who she is. But right now she's just not the strong friend, and that she needs people to actually check up on her because, you know, this has been like one of the hardest things that she's been through. You know, she does show up for her friends and her family. You know, one monkey don't stop no show, and ain't nobody gonna cut into Kandi's money, including Todd, you know. But I'm sure her filing for divorce and having to deal with that, having all these people having opinions about her marriage, and then also having to work, you know, she's on Broadway, she's about to be in that play. I don't even have the play, I'm sorry you guys, but she's about to be in that play and she's going to be there until March, which is the reason why she's living in New York and why Todd is here in Atlanta with the kids. man, I feel really, really, really sad for her. Reading that post and then listening to the song. Now, I love Kandi and all, but child, that song, child, she said that the song reminded her of how she felt. It was a song that she wrote in the past, and she said it was like perfect for what she was going through right now, so she posted it. And you guys, the song, it was Kandi singing, child, okay, so it was that. But when you listen to the words and you can really feel how raw and in pain she felt. And I don't think it's an act. I don't think she's acting. I think she's telling the truth, and it's too bad. And then the situation with Todd, as far as him trying to get custody of the children, well, he's trying to get primary custody of the children. I don't know, you guys. I feel like he's usually with the kids. We know that Kandi is very busy. I just hate to say it, but I don't know. Would it be a bad thing that he got primary custody of the children? Sometimes that wouldn't say that Kandi wouldn't be involved, but I don't know. Kandi is very busy. And she would probably have to make some adjustments and changes if she did have primary custody of the children. I guess people are saying that they should have joint custody. But if we really took the emotions out of it and everything and looked at this situation and what is going to be best for the kids, what are the kids already used to, what is happening, will Kandi be able to stop and be there with the kids, or is she just going to have custody of the children just to leave them with a babysitter? Would that be something that would be good for the kids? We do know, we can even think back to, I'm sorry, you guys, I have on a turtleneck and it's making me itch. Well, not a turtleneck, a mock turtleneck, but anyway, we know that Riley has mentioned, this has been a thing that has been an issue on the show, her work-life balance. She's admitted herself how difficult it is trying to work and also be there with her family and all of that. So we know that is a struggle that they go through. And so I don't know. I'm going to say that Todd has a really good argument in that situation. Now, as far as the prenup goes, if she has a pretty ironclad prenup, I don't think that they're going to be able to change that. Todd saying that he signed it under duress, it just depends on how you look at that wedding special that they had. Some people would say that he was under duress, even if he still did sign that prenup. But if you guys remember back, they was going back and forth over that prenup up until the day of the wedding. And there were issues with it. So, some people could look at that and say he was under duress. He knew that the wedding was going to be in a few hours. It was either sign it or waste all the money and all the people that were coming and the embarrassment of the show and all the people. He had a lot. There was a lot that was going to happen if he did not sign that prenup. Or I would say there was nothing that was going to happen, because you had a whole show that based on whether or not you guys got married, So it was again, it just depends on perspective. Some people will say that he was under some form of duress, because he had the pressure of knowing that if he didn't get married that day, it was going to be a lot. Okay. So, I just hope that these two can formidably get through this divorce. I don't know if that's going to be possible. We still don't know how Kandi feels about the things that supposedly Todd is doing, trying to get primary custody and, going against this prenup. All we know is that the blogs are saying that she was hurt that he was reaching out to other women. We'll have to try to also find out, when was he reaching out to other women? How long have they been separated? What exactly is going on there? I don't know. I feel bad for talking about it, because I just feel so sorry for her. I love Kandi. I think she's a good person. I don't even really have a problem with Todd. You know, I know a lot of people do, but I don't. Like, I don't have a problem with Todd. I wish that if he was indeed feeling like they needed to separate and get a divorce, then I wish that he wouldn't have been so out in the open enough for people to pick up that he was seeing other people and noticing it, you know, him being out with other people, because that's what the rumors are and all that. So, yeah, you guys, real sad situation. But I'm telling you, yesterday when Kandi posted that, you know, and then it was a lot of people that were in the comments that were really just trying to support her and tell her how, you know, good of a person she was, and they're there for her and all that. Like, it was nice to see that, because for the most part, you know, Kandi is a likable, lovable person. Like, you know, I know Kandi has her ways just like all of us do, you know. But yeah, that post yesterday really made me sad. I was just like, oh, I'm so sorry, Kandi, because I am. It's not an act. I really am sorry for them. But, yeah, and you guys, as far as the pregnancy rumor, because there was a rumor or a picture of Todd going around standing next to a girl who actually looked like a younger Kandi. I was like, no, he did not trade in, Kandi for another one. But turns out that that was not true. I don't know who that girl was. The picture looked a little odd because he wasn't even standing close to the girl. So it was probably just a picture. They were out. He took a picture with somebody or something like that. Turns out that that is not his woman. She's not pregnant by him. He ain't got nobody pregnant as far as we know so far. So yeah, you guys, that's that on that. You guys will have to let me know what you think about it. Do you feel like Todd might have a case in this? You know, when we talk about daddy daycare, who's been with the kids all this time, do you feel like, you know, he might even have an argument that he signed that prenup under duress? I don't know if duress would be the right word, but there definitely was pressure there. Okay, so you guys let me know what you think about all of that. And we're going to move on to the next story. All right, you guys, what happened last week also that I didn't get to talk about was Ray J and his goddamn crash outs that he decides to have, and invades our social media and is all over the place, and we have to deal with it. I'm so sick of Ray J. I'm so sick of Ray J. And I know if I'm this sick of Ray J, I know his mama, King Sonia and Brandy. Okay? And I guess we can throw Willie on in there. I know they sick of his ass too. Child, I'll tell you the truth. You know, they usually try to ignore Ray J, but he just makes it so fucking hard. He makes it so hard to ignore him. So last week on Thanksgiving morning, I guess very early, going from Wednesday into Thursday, we saw that Ray J and Prinky had a big confrontation. Ray J was acting a fool, had then pulled out his gun and was acting like he was about to shoot I guess Prinky's cousin's husband or something like that, because they were trying to take the kids. Okay, he was upset. I guess he had the kids. I don't know. From what I thought was happening was that they were all going to get together for Thanksgiving. I think that Prinky and her family was over there cooking, and I kind of feel like maybe some shit went left. I don't know, child. That's not even important to the story. What is important is that when Prinky tried to go into the room to get the kids that were asleep in the bed, Ray J had a problem with it. He did not want her to take the kids because he felt like they were drunk. Okay. Now, I'm guessing that they were all, from what I thought, what I understood anyway, I might be wrong, you guys can correct me, but I thought that they were all together and then somehow the shit went left. Okay. So if they were drinking, possibly Ray J was drinking too if they were all together. Anyway, the confrontation turned so big, he pulled out a gun apparently, even though we didn't see him brandishing the gun towards them. We actually saw him kind of pull a gun out and cock it. Well, not cock it, but put the magazine or whatever the fuck they call it, child. You guys know I don't know shit about all this. But he put the bullets and shit that be in the thing. You guys know what I'm talking about. He put it in the gun and we kind of saw that. And then we kept hearing all this arguing, and we heard him say that he would shoot them. He would shoot at least the man that was in there as well. So even though he probably wasn't going to do shit, you just can't never really tell. And when it be a whole bunch of commotion and everybody is arguing and people is all up on each other like that, and there's an active gun in the midst of all that, some shit could go left. It could go really bad. He could have got shot. Somebody else, you know, one of the adults could have got shot. Even them kids could have got shot from a bullet, wayward bullet or something like that. So just the whole situation, and for Ray J to make it the way that it was, you know, Prinky was like, you pulled a gun on us. And he was like, you know, you guys was trying to take my kids out of my bed. And, you know, you guys are drunk and you're going to be drunk driving with my kids. And so unnecessary. Why do we have to be in on it on social media? You know why? Because Ray J loves attention. Ray J, Kanye, Tamar, like these are people that love attention. They don't care if it's positive or negative attention. They just love attention. And so he's going to continue to do stuff like that because, you know, the blogs always post it. I was just like, why don't you everybody stop posting him? And then maybe he would stop. Okay? But we can't ask the blogs to do that because that's how the blogs make their money. So they're going to continue to post that shit. And people just have to be, I guess, what is the word? People are going to have to be disciplined enough to scroll past it and not comment, you know? So I don't know. That's not going to happen either. So, but yeah, that situation with Ray J, you know, Prinky said, she came out with a comment later, posted a video saying how, you know, she stays out the way and off of the internet, but this shit goes on all the time with her and Ray J. It's always some shit. I guess they were trying to be together for Thanksgiving and it went left. And I just was like, yeah, Prinky, he's not the type that you can play nice with because one, he will switch it up so fast, you'll think that everything is going one way and then he'll just switch it up. Because whatever is going to make it more sensational, whatever is going to make it more, you know, for his purposes, being on social media and everything, that is what he's going to do. And you cannot never just trust that he's going to do the right thing. Okay? He may do the right thing, but you can't trust that he's always going to do the right thing. You know, I wouldn't trust Ray J. I wouldn't be around him. You know, you have the kids when you have the kids. I have the kids when I have the kids. And we ain't fixing to play family. And, you know, we co-parenting and all that. Because some niggas you can't do that shit with. He is one of those type of niggas. Okay? Don't even do it because it's going to blow up in your face. And we saw that happen on Thanksgiving. He ended up getting arrested. He bailed or bonded out, which you guys never tell me which is the right word, which is the correct term. My real rock star lawyers, can y'all help a bitch out? Okay, is it bailed out or bonded out? Anyway, he got out, and then right after he got out of damn jail for that, then here he come up on our damn internet screens again, talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z and how they've been going to the Boy Is Mine tour, and they've been there to support Kelly, we know. But Ray J has felt that Beyonce hasn't taken any pictures with Brandy, you know, and that she's boycotting Brandy or whatever. And he don't think it's right. And he wants them to take pictures with it. Even though Ray J ain't been on the tour. I mean, he was in LA. We saw when they hugged and everybody was like, oh, that's all he needed is the love of his sister. I was like, what y'all falling for that shit for? That nigga is crazy. That don't mean nothing but a damn photo op and for everybody to say, oh, okay? Because he went right back to being stupid right after that. So it was not, you know. Anyway, he's going on and on, you know, saying how it ain't right. You know, they be there. You know, they need to see his sister. You know, I haven't been there, nothing. You know, I guess I am crashing out. Yeah, Ray J. Oh, my God. Okay, now, for those of you guys who are too young, who don't remember, we know that Brandy and Kelly have been friends for many, many years, okay? And it was on a show, I guess it was one of Brandy's show, because Kelly ain't been on no reality show, but it was on a show when Brandy was talking to Kelly one time, and Brandy mentioned to Kelly that she felt that she sold herself short, that she always makes herself smaller in order to make Beyonce look bigger, that she needed to believe more in herself. You know, this was the kind of talk that they were having. They were having a conversation over dinner. It was a heart-to-heart. It was a girls-to-girl conversation, you know, a friend to a friend. And I'm sure back then when it was said, you know, Beyonce may have felt a way about it, okay? That has been at least 15 years since that happened, okay? But, yeah, in the back of my mind, I do know that Brandy and Beyonce may not be the best. You know, they probably ain't ace boon coons, okay? But everybody is fucking grown and matured now, and everybody got kids and families and all of that. And is Beyonce really still mad at Brandy about that? I mean, did we ever know that Beyonce was mad or feeling a way about that? You know, we never even knew that because Beyonce, very true to herself, did not comment on it. You know, we all just knew that conversation was had and everything, but we moved on from there. Beyonce has been to the Boy Is Mine tours in many different locations, and we've seen her, taking pictures with Kelly and talking with Kelly and all of that. You guys have to understand, when you are a Beyonce, anything that you do overshadows everything that you're around, okay? How about you not think that Beyonce is trying to shade Monica and Brandy, well, more so Brandy? How about it not be about Beyonce taking a picture with Brandy? How about it be more so that she's trying to give them their space? This is their tour, okay? Nobody wants to be having this tour that everybody is coming to, and then here's Beyonce taking up all the shine. She doesn't do that on purpose. But it's just that her star shines so bright that whatever she is involved in, it takes over everything. So I know that she likes to not sometimes be a big deal about things so that she can give that space to these people that are, performing and all that. So that could be a lot of the reason why we haven't seen Beyonce running up there taking pictures with Brandy and all them. And then the story would be, oh, now Brandy and Beyonce are okay now. Look, they taking a picture together. Instead, let's just stay away. Now, if Ray J hadn't said shit, I don't know. Was it going around? Maybe it was going around on social media. Maybe people were noticing or commenting about it. But, I just like, why does he bring attention to shit that nobody wants to talk about? Like I said, I know that fucking Brandy and King Sonia is sick of his motherfucking ass. And then, after that happened, we saw on a post, I don't know if it was Beyonce's post, but it was a post that had Beyonce, she had on like a little tuxedo type of bustier corset, I should say. But, the kind is like panties, and a white shirt and a tie and all this. And somebody went and hacked onto the Instagram and was acting as if they were Brandy. So they had hacked Brandy's Instagram page, which I 100% believe it was probably that ignorant ass Ray J, because you guys know he's a techie. But anyway, the person hacked onto the account and then was commenting under the post of Beyonce as Brandy. And it was a couple of things that they said. One of them said, hold on, I dare you to come down here again and take a picture with me. It will go viral. And then there was another one said, that's my outfit you down here in. I was like, I know Brandy did not say that shit. Brandy don't even be in the comments and shit like that. So it was obvious that Brandy did not do that. Anybody that believed that was Brandy was tripping. Okay, if anything, it was probably that stupid ass Ray J, and maybe not even Ray J. It could have just been somebody that was being messy and hacking in just to create more mess. But Brandy finally did come out. They got control back over the page, and they did make an announcement that her page was hacked. But, she's gotten control back over it, so we good now. And that's that. But yeah, you guys. And then, what if Beyonce really did? I'm not saying that she does, but I'm just devil's advocate. What if Beyonce did have a problem with Brandy? Don't try to make me take a picture with somebody that I don't like. For what? For the internet? For people to still say some shit over it? Like, no. Like, if she really does have a problem with Brandy, you know what? You stay on your side, I'm going to stay on my side, and we good. So we can't just be trying to force people to like somebody just because of the photo op or just because millions of people are watching on social media. If it's up and stuck, bitch, it's just up and stuck. And I don't fuck with you, and you don't fuck with me, and we don't fuck with each other. So there's that as well. So either way it goes, Ray J need to stay his ass out of it. Because what the hell you got in the damn opinion for? Ooh, child, I know they sick of, I know I feel so sorry for King Sonia. I know she is just like, you know, and then people were trying to blame the king for how she raised Ray J and everything. And maybe she wasn't the perfect mom, but you know, Ray J is a fucking grown ass man. This nigga is responsible for his goddamn self at this point. Okay? Instead, you up here making a mockery and a fool of yourself every day, every single day. Just for attention. Okay? Yeah, that's it. Something is wrong with them. Like, those egos, it's like a I ain't got time. I ain't got time, you guys. All I'm saying is Ray J need to go sit the fuck down somewhere before somebody sit his ass down. I guess when we know more about the charges, you know, with Ray J and what happened on Thanksgiving, you know, when we know more about it, I'll let you guys know. All right. Moving on from there. Next story. I guess we can put in Wendy and Eddie, also known as Pam and Eddie Hennessey. Child, they went to court yesterday as a united front. Remember back when all the shit went down and they were arrested, when they went to court initially, they both wanted to be, they wanted separate trials, which was interesting at the time. I was just like, you know, what is this about? You know, because Wendy ended up showing up with her lawyer, but Eddie didn't have a lawyer. I thought maybe Eddie was going to try to represent himself. I didn't think that there was any problem in the marriage or anything. It was just real rock star lawyers again. Y'all let us know. Why is it that some people, you know, why would they have wanted a separate trial? What is the benefit of having a separate trial? To me, when you are a couple like that and you have a separate trial, it kind of seems like you're trying to distance yourself from what the other person did. Is that what that is? You guys will have to let me know. But I guess they were advised, and they thought about it. And then, you know, when they had to go back to court yesterday, which was December 3rd, maybe it was Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever day they went back to court, they actually went and asked the judge, could they actually have, could they be co-defendants on one trial? And the judge said, okay. So now they have to go back to court on December 19th. And, when they go back to court, then I guess we get on with whatever's going to be next. But yeah, real rock star lawyers, I need somebody out there to tell me, why is it that they would have wanted separate trials to begin with? Because that just didn't seem like that would look good as a couple. Okay, I guess Pam was like, nah, baby, Mr. Hennessey, let's go on and do this as a team, because teamwork makes the dream work. They said Wendy showed up in court, honey. She had her mink stole on, honey. I guess Wendy was like, baby, you can take all that fraudulent shit money, whatever you want to do. I still got money to wear my damn mink stole around here. I ordered for the Black Friday sale, the one thing that I did buy, I bought a full-length fur coat. It's not mink or nothing. It's not a real fur. But I'm going to wear that bitch. I'm going to wear that bitch like it is. Y'all ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing. It's gonna be cute. Anyway, y'all, that's it. I just hate this for Pam and Eddie. You know, I just didn't seem like this was something that they would do. But y'all, they standing in it firm, 10 toes down, honey. I remember I told you they was at BravoCon. She got up there and was thanking everybody for the support. You guys, she wanted to remind everybody that it was just allegations. I said, girl, them allegations is real strong, Pam. But I guess as far as she and Mr. Hennessey is concerned, you know, they gonna work it out and they gonna fight these charges. I was like, girl, y'all got emails and he telling you, you know, come up with shit and you with the ring on and getting these packages. Well, they said that the reason why they had all these aliases is because they would get packages delivered to their house and they didn't want people to know that they lived there, so they changed the name. I said, girl, what? I mean, there are people that are much bigger stars than you guys that don't do that, you know? So I was just like, okay, Pam and Eddie, if that's what y'all say, fine. Yeah, we'll see what happened there, y'all. We'll see what happens there. I guess that's it. We're gonna close this video off right there. All right, you guys, that's that on that. We do this every single week, so make sure you thumbs up the video, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, rock stars.